Different data types occupy different space in the memory. For example, character and bool take 1 bytes, sort occupies 2 bytes, int, long and float takes 4 bytes, whereas double takes 8 bytes. So this information is very useful when iterating an array. So suppose if we have an integer array and it has elements and we have a pointer to the first element. So each of these elements occupy 4 bytes in memory. So if the starting address is, let's say, 100, then the next element will be stored at address 104 and the third will be stored at 108 and so on. So if this is an integer pointer pointing to the first element and if we do plus plus on it, then the pointer should know by how much it should advance. So in case of int, it will advance by 4 bytes because it knows that the first element would be taking 4 bytes in memory. So next element would be 4 bytes ahead. So it moves to 104. And when we again do ptr plus plus, then it will move again by 4 bytes and it will go to 108. On the other hand, if we had a sort array, an array of sorts, then we know that a sort occupies 2 bytes in memory. So if we have a pointer here and we do pointer plus plus, then it would move by 2 bytes. So this type information is very useful when iterating the array. So if we want to print these sizes, the size of different data types, we can use the size of operator. So if we do size of char, it should print 1 byte. Similarly for bool. And if we do size of sort, it will print 2 bytes. And for int, float, long, it will print 4 bytes. And for double, it should print 8 bytes. Whereas if we print this character pointer, it will print 8 byte on a 64-bit system. And if we do int star, again it will print the same value. Whereas if we print size of int, it will print 4 and size of char, it will print 1. But in the case of char star or int star or double star or float star, it will always print the same value depending on the system because these all are storing some address of the memory which depends on the system, how many bits system is it. So this is independent of the data type, its size, whereas the size of the data types are different. So let's see an example in Xcode. So I have copied these two values and if I run it, we get the size of char is 1 byte and the size of char star is char pointer is 8 bytes. Let's comment out this part of the code. Now I will do this same thing for all the other types. And now let's print the corresponding pointer values. So we see that character and bool occupy 1 byte, sort is 2 bytes, int float are 4 bytes, long is 8 bytes, double is 8 bytes, whereas all the pointers are same. The size of all the pointers are same, that is 8 bytes, and this depends on the system. So there is one correction here. In the long I was writing 4 bytes in the slide, so on this system it's taking 8 bytes. So that's all for this video. See you in the next video. Thank you.